Hi guys, Recovery Jimmy here. If you've seen my Instagram this morning, then you can see that we lost a tribe member, Aaron, and I mean, I normally do these videos. I have a subject in my head and then I just kind of ad lib it, and I've been sat here for about 20 minutes just kind of thinking what to say, and I still don't really know what to say because I know he was struggling. I mean, he was in Ocean Recovery with me last year. He'd been in before. He stayed an extra month when I was there. He went in again just at kind of Christmas time, the New Year there. He was struggling. Myself and other people tried to kind of help. He did reach out. It's it's difficult because there's only so much we can do, and only so much we as kind of friends and peers can do, because we're not qualified. But then there's only so much that kind of trained people can do as well. It's at the end of the day, it's down to the individual. Sad as it is, it is down to the individual. And I know that Aaron was just really, really struggling. I know he wanted to get better, and that's the saddest part of this. Because as I've said before, it could have been avoided, but the disease manifests itself so deep into the soul, and he wasn't getting access to his little girl anymore. And it's like I can kind of see where his ex was coming from, because why would you let someone that was an active addiction anywhere near a little girl? And then in him not getting access, it's fueling his disease even more. So it's this kind of fucking horrible circle of pain and destruction, and it's ended like this. And I know his pain's now over, but it angers me that it could have been avoided. When I knew the guy, when I knew him back a year ago, he's full of life, full of wanting to get his daughter back, and work on relationships in his family, and get his business going full steam ahead again, and all of these things, and to just get so deep into the disease and the addiction in not knowing a way out. I still don't know the full ins and outs of what happened. It was a car accident. I'm not going to speculate any further than that because I don't know. But it's just a really sad and somber day, because he will be missed. He'll be missed by friends, family, people that have known him obviously much longer than me. But I'm gonna miss him, because I hadn't spoken to him really since I think about February. I sent him a couple of texts after he came out of Ocean to see how he was doing, if he was going to come on any Zoom meetings and that, and I didn't get much response. So my own instincts told me to just back off, and that's all we can do at this point. You can't keep pestering people and texting them and phoning them, because you gotta leave it down to them. There's only so far we can go, and it saddens me because I woke up this morning thinking, is there anything more I could have done, or is there anything else anyone else could have done? And no, that's it. Whether or not he intended to do what happened or not, the point is that I'm sure he was intoxicated at the time, and you know, that's the disease. So either way around it, you know, the Aaron that I knew, the sober and in recovery Aaron, wouldn't have wanted this. So regardless of any messages he may have sent or things he'd said, you know, it was the disease that killed him, and that's it, plain and simple. And that could have been avoided. And it just saddens me today to know that we've lost another one. And I know I've done a video about loss, you know, and priorities before, but this one's kind of hit me a bit harder because I really did know the guy and I've spent a lot of time with him. Yeah, it's a short friendship we've had, you know, it's just over a year, but you know, I spent a month with the guy. He came into Ocean a couple of days after me, you know, and we bonded really well. You know, we did fucking Zumba, I think 4 days sober. So we were both feeling like absolute shit. And we went up into the group room with another girl who was kind of coming towards the end of her tenure there. And she got us to do one of these 30-minute intense Zumba thing, and we kept on looking over at each other, Aaron and I, thinking, should we be doing this? Is our hearts going to give in? What's going on? Sweating absolute buckets. I mean, all the booze and everything was coming out of us, and it was good. Do you know what I mean? It was good. We didn't do it again after that. I think he did a few more times, but I was like, no, I'm gonna go and have a fag. But yeah, you know, and you know, I taught him how to open a banana correctly, and I remember him saying about 6 months later that he was still opening his bananas the same way. So, you know, obviously I had a massive impact on him. But that's the thing, you know, it's a sad day, but you have to remember the good times, you know, because otherwise it'll just, you know, end up resenting things and just getting down. And yeah, you know, we're allowed to be down for a bit, but at the end of the day, he was a good guy. He was a good guy, fucking good guy. But unfortunately, and it happens all the time, so much so, you know, and this is the sad fact that it's only 2% of us, like, you know, get into recovery and remain in recovery. That's an abysmal amount, and it needs to fucking be smashed out of the system. It needs to change. It needs to stop fucking selling booze, basically. It's a fucking killer. There's nothing good about it. I'm gonna get angry now. So yeah, I mean, that's really all I wanted to kind of say today. You know, Aaron, the universe bless you, mate. You were a legend, and I'm gonna miss you, mate. That's a bit squeaky. I'm down at a place called Derby Haven today, and Jules, I'll try and do it a bit slower. Hope that was long enough for you, Jules. Yeah, you know, sad day. Life goes on, you know, which is good. And you know, it's not a reason to relapse or anything like that. You know, back in the day, I would have definitely used this as an excuse to pick up, but that's not happening today. So yeah, love and support to all Aaron's family and friends and people that knew him. Loved the guy tremendously. So sad that I didn't, you know, kind of keep in touch with him towards the end there, but I always thought there'd be time and that he would get himself sorted and he'd come back and be the Aaron that I knew. So I was waiting on that, but you know, life threw us an ugly hand, and this is what's happened. So yeah, anyway, thoughts, comments, DMs and all that shit, thanks. Have a good day, everyone. But you know, if you are struggling, then you know, fight that a little bit harder, because I don't want people to, you know, be in that same position as he was and feel that there was no way out, or whatever was going on, because there is hope. You can get out. You know, it takes a lot, but it can be done. All right, much love to everyone. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay supportive. Love you all. Peace.